Hello everybody, welcome back to Nakayoshi Mondays. It is episode 7. We are back with IU. It is November. And how you guys doing? I know you guys can't answer. I'm just gonna assume that you said you're great. So great!
Yay!
So how are you, IU?
I'm good.
How's life been this fall?
Warm. I unfortunately live in an area where fall has not come into full force yet, so it's been warm.
Right by me, it's been bipolar. It's been like very cold, and then it's very warm. That's Chicago weather for you. You never know what it's gonna be.
Gotta love it.
So, with today, we got a lot planned today. The major thing about today is that IU is going to be sharing a lot of her performing skills with us. You're going to get a raw IU. So, you're going to see her in her natural habitat.
IU is nervous.
IU will be okay. So we do have an opening topic today. It is, if you can be any animal, which animal would you be?
I would be a goat. Because a goat. So they're one of my favorite animals. They're so carefree, and I love that. They love to eat, just like me. I relate a lot to them. So I would be a goat if I had the option.
I've never met anyone who said they would be a goat.
I love goats!
Goats kind of scare me.
They can be really rude, but I haven't come across a mean one yet, so hopefully that stays that way. I did have one that tried to eat my clothes once, so that was fun.
Really?
Yeah, I went to a zoo with my boyfriend at the beginning of the year, and like at the zoo they gave us like food that we could give to like the goats and some other animals. And I was like leaning down towards them to take a picture with it, and it just grabbed onto my jacket and just started pulling. I have a picture of it somewhere. I'll find it and show you later.
Oh my god. It's so scary. I would freak out. I'm bad with animals. If I could be any animal, I was thinking about this. I would want to be an animal that flies.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be fun to just fly away to go somewhere else. Or even like be an animal that could hibernate. I wouldn't want to be a bear because they're like big, but I would just like to be able to sleep for a few months.
Right.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Great. That sounds excellent.
Especially now when I get like 2 hours of sleep because you got school, then you got work, and then you got your applications for jobs.
You got so much going on right now. I feel for you.
Too much. But it's fun. I feel
as long as it's fun.
It is. Like I always feel like I'm a person that I enjoy life better when I'm too busy. Does that make sense? Like when I have too much to do, that's like when I'm the happiest. If I have like a relaxing day, that I think that's like when I'm the saddest. I don't know.
I think it's good to be busy because, I mean, you keep your mind occupied, you feel productive, you get a lot done, and you have like a sense of accomplishment from it. So I can totally get that.
Yeah, you get like a sense that you're actually doing something.
Right, like it feels good to finish tasks and like see the end results, so.
I just have a problem of overdoing it.
You'll find a balance someday.
Like to the point that like it's been like a medical problem before, but like who knows? I've gotten better at calming it down. I remember telling a doctor once, like when it got really bad, he's like, you do know that there's like at least a certain amount of time in a day to do things. I'm like, yeah, but doesn't mean like you should take advantage of it. I don't know. That's how I
It's okay to take a break.
So we're going to be moving on to our first music break today. And this is a very important music break because it is a new cover.
Woo!
Woo! It is from our fall recital series. So this is a brand new series by GBL Project. It's not every season, but probably almost every other season. We're going to have a set of songs that we release. They're called the recital. There's going to be one song sung by the whole group, and then either 2 or 3 songs that the group is split up into units. point of this is to get to show everybody a little bit more of their individuality, because there's only so much time you have to shine when you're singing in a whole group cover. So these like little unit covers provide a chance so you could get to hear a little bit of everybody more. So the first unit from this recital is Apple Pie Factory. This includes myself, you know, the best of all, Kaori, Sayuri, and Riri. This song, it turned out, you just gotta hear it. It just turned out so good. So here we go, Apple Pie Factory. Kerakaku Saki Hokore.
咲かせてみせてよ君をあえて見せつける君を咲かせてみせてよ君をこんなもんじゃないだろう咲かせてみせてよ君をあえて見せつける君を咲かせてみせてよ君をこんなもんじゃないだろう花盛りな時泣いたり笑ったり全部糧となり一瞬でほころぶものだ花盛りな時夢を見る君よレッスンに勉強迫り来るテンプテーション明日に誘い虫あくび噛みつぶしちょっとだけ寂しい今は我慢よ攻撃に船が見てんのは上辺というけれど心の一番外側見られてるこの雨が止めばつかめるよつかめるよ待ち望んだ空をもうね誰にも誰にも止められない弱気な少女へさあ勇気出せそれには結局自分次第だろう気高く咲き誇れ立ち上がれゆくダンス立ち上がれフラワーガール咲かすよ赤い花さあ勇気出して GO 立ち上がれゆくダンス立ち上がれフラワーガール世界中へと花咲かせてくブーココ体行くぜ油パイバッテリー花盛りな時反省後悔全部糧となり息に花開くものだ花盛りな時憧れる君よ掲げた目標とせめき合うインスティント甘そうな一口どうでもいい香りちょっとだけならでいいのかよ攻撃みんなが見たいのは完成タイルのそのプロセスこそをお天道空見てるんだよこの風向きが変わったなら待ってるだけじゃ今のままもうね何にも止めさせない弱とかトレンダで打ち勝てつまりは結局実力だろう気高く咲き誇れ誰にも誰にも止められない弱気な少女よさあ勇気出せつまりは結局自分次第だろう気高く咲き誇れもうね何にも止めさせない弱くかと電波で打ち勝てつまりは結局実力だろう気高く咲き誇れさせてみせてよ君をあえて見せつける君を咲かせてみせてよ君をこんなもんじゃないだろう咲かせてみせてよ君をあえて見せつける君を咲かせてみせてよ君をこんなもんじゃないだろう
Okay, that was Apple Pie Factory Kerakaku Saki Hokore. Yay! Woo! So that is the first time. Well, actually, we both kind of heard this song already. But this full song, the full lyric video is not going to be out to the end of the month, unfortunately. But at least you got to hear it here first. So if you're listening to it, you're welcome. That song was I really enjoyed the recital songs because we got to hear a little bit more of everybody else, and I think like that's what we really need right now is for people to get used to our voices.
Right. First. Everyone got a good chance to shine.
And we also have the second unit, Pumpkin Spice Heist, which has IU in it. Woo. And it also has Ayaka and Zane. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what they could expect? Don't tell them the song, though.
So, this song, everyone really gets to shine. There's a lot of really nice solos in this one. And I feel like this song really shows everyone's range really well because there's a lot of different, like there's some high notes, there's some low notes. It's just, everyone really did well with this song.
And, oh my god, I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, and then tell them that even, the crazier part to it, she didn't just, record for this song. What else did you do for this song?
Oh yeah, I mixed it.
It's gonna be the first GBL project song mixed by a member. IU's mixings always turns out really good. As I mentioned in the last episode, she's actually mixed 2 of my solos, actually.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about the second one.
She did my cover Winter Romance of Bakuste Sotokanda Ichome. And she also did my cover of Shunenka by Tsubaki Factory. That one was fun.
Yeah, they were both really good. I had fun working on both of them.
Hopefully, maybe we could do more solos together someday.
That could be fun.
It could. Or we could do a duet together someday.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're going to move on to our first segment of today. It is called the Mousou Theater. Ooh, you guys already seen Zhang and Riri do this, and now it's IU's turn. She's going to be acting in a segment from a random scenario that I've given her. The theme for this episode was becoming a plastic bag. So IU.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Very nervous. My heart's beating really fast.
So I gave her the theme of becoming a plastic bag last week. And she came up with a pretty good monologue. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. It's very different. So, IU, please share with us your monologue of becoming a plastic bag.
Okay, deep breath. It feels like everybody around me is living their lives without a worry or second doubt. I watch people pass by me on the streets every day, smiles on their faces and their laughter filling the air. Where is life taking them? What is it like to not be stuck in one place? What is it like to have the freedom to spread your wings and fly? What is it like to see the world without the weight of burdens on your shoulders? All my life, I've waited for someone to answer my calls. Please, please, somebody out there, change the current me. This form is painful. This world is dull. I wish I could just drift away from here. Wait, what? I'm seeing things in color? And is the world getting bigger? Or am I getting smaller? The wind suddenly feels stronger than normal. My body feels more and more weightless by the second. What is this sensation? There's no pain. This breeze feels lovely. I feel like I can jump. I feel like I can twirl. I feel like I can fly. I feel like I can go anywhere. I feel like I can be anywhere. My surroundings are passing me so quickly. The world suddenly feels so vast, and it's so beautiful. This new form, this new me, it's small and light, but it's everything I could have dreamed. I no longer have a care in the world, and I finally feel truly free. That's it.
That was IU's becoming a plastic bag.
I was so nervous for it. I've never done acting before.
I thought that was pretty good for our first attempt.
Thank you. I tried my best. I've been so nervous about this, I literally lost sleep over it. Like,
what?
Yes, I was so nervous to do it.
You did good. That was really good.
Thank you.
Like, she even wrote this whole thing by herself. And she acted it. It's just, I liked it.
Thank you.
It was unique. It was fun. I'm pretty sure people listening.
I'm shaking. I was very nervous doing that.
You were shaking?
I'm shaking a little bit.
Calm down. Chew a piece of gum. Not into the mic.
ASMR.
So we're gonna move on to our second music break of the day. IU, can you introduce that for us?
Yes, so the cover I picked for this music break is a cover that was hosted by Jess or Lil Menchie in the Dubbers community. It is Maji Bomber, covered by Beyonce. It's really good, so hopefully you guys like it.
And Lil Menchie's our mixer for our group too, so
Yes, yeah, all of her stuff is amazing, and this is no different.
here we go, Meji Bamba.
マジボンバー
Okay, so that was the... so that was the Lil Menchie hosted group cover of Beyonce's version of Magi Bomba. There's so many labels in that cover. You have any stories to go along with that cover?
Not really. I more just picked it because it's a cover that I thought just really sounded really nice. Everybody in it was really powerful and suited the song very nicely. And this cover in particular, I tried to sing in a more powerful voice that I don't use a whole lot because I don't really have the best control over it all the time. But I feel like it worked out really well for this one and I sounded good. So I wanted to share it.
I think you sounded good too.
Thank you.
So we're going to move on to our second segment of today. It is Kimi no Aidoru ni Naritai.
Yay!
It means I want to be your idol, and it is the karaoke segment of this broadcast. The member, our guest, Ayu, will sing a song live for you guys. It's a Japanese song of her choice. She is free to bring an instrumental. She can sing it a cappella. You know, it's all up to her. It's kind of her own creative decision with this. So, Ayu, what song did you bring for us today?
I picked Tomo by Morning Musume. The reason why, anybody who really knows me knows that I love Platinum Era Morning Musume a lot. And this song is just real sweet and real special. So I thought it would be nice to sing.
Okay, she's going to be singing Tomo by Morning Musume. Here we go.
I'll do my best. Alright, music is starting. 素直に伝えよ楽しくやろう君はその手を絶対に離さないで心を大きく許し許され誰にだっても仲間になろう遠く離れた僕たちにだって心配いらないできることがある愛しているんだずっと仲間だろやがて年老いて白髪になったとしても優しくいれるさずっと仲間だろ時に厳しく叱ってくれるだろう Hello Hello さあ始めよう Hello Hello さあ始めよう There you go.
I actually did not hear any of that.
Really? Oh, I hope it recorded right. Oh, it did. Okay.
It should record, because I had the same problem with saying, she haven't heard the episode yet, because as of we're recording this, the second Zang episode isn't uploaded. But, so they were singing their cover, and, my dumbass, because I couldn't hear her, I just started like, oh, that was good. And then she was still in the middle of singing the song.
Oh, no.
So for this episode, I just, like, told myself, you're gonna shut up until she says she's done.
That's so weird how you couldn't hear it, though.
I only heard very little. I will hear it in your recording when you send it to me. So, like, the way we do this show is I record my voice. Whoever's the guest records their voice on the other side. So, right. I may have not been able to hear it, but I assume you sounded lovely.
I hope so. Again, the whole, like, nerve thing, I'm still a little bit shaken up from the acting thing, so my voice was kind of shaky, and I could, like, feel it as I was singing and just thinking, oh no.
I heard, like, the first sentence, and it sounded good to me, even though it was just a sentence.
Yeah, I was trying to just, like, tell myself, it's like, just pretend you're recording lines, and that kind of helped, but...
You did good.
Thank you.
I already know without hearing it, you did good.
Thank you.
Everybody give a hand. Hakushu.
Thank you.
So we're going to move on to our final music break of the day. Oh no.
This went by so fast.
It did. The second episode always goes by the fastest because it focuses on performance more than conversation.
True, yeah.
So, it happens. They're always the shortest episodes. They're always like 30 minutes. That may be good for some of y'all because some of y'all don't want to listen to us talk for an hour. And I can understand that. So, Ayu, would you like to introduce our final song of the day?
Yes, so our final song of the day is a cover that I actually hosted myself with the Dubbers community. It's a cover of Juice Juice's Vivid Midnight.
Here we go.
midnight. 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 Midnight.したmidnight. 自信欲しいよ tonight. じゃない tonight. きら星さえさえない
輝いてちょうど
つまんないな
だってそこら自分
あるじゃない複雑だと分かってるのはあなは甘い香りをまとっても良さげな服があってもなんだか虚しいのおしゃれしてるけど誰のための美貌なんでしょう優越感とあと憂鬱感それを塗って吐いて塗ってビビビしたいみんな自信も欲しいよきりないビビビよビよ please あなはビビビしたいみんな
自信も欲しいよきりない
そんなやつなんてくだらないな人様の恋愛マイスター毎日聞きにダメねこれじゃ果てなく街を漂って
スケジュール埋めてみたで
なんだか違うのよもっと満たされたいの今夜も洒落たふりして強がりばかりうまくなってくる光沢感とあと孤独感それらを熱して巻いて熱してビビじゃないつない眩しさえさえないビビよビよビーズビビじゃないつない眩しさえさえその間やっぱかないボリュームを上げて踊り狂って月のミラーボール弾けて刺激的がいい
全然足んない
愛が足んない
今夜もじゃれたふりして強がりばかりうまくなってくる光沢感とあと孤独感それらを熱して巻いて熱してビートじゃない眩しさえさえないビビよビよビーズビビじゃないつない眩しさえさえその間やっぱかない
So that was Vivid Midnight, hosted by IU, and yeah. Any stories about IU?
So, I picked this one for a couple reasons. One, there are 4 total members that are in GBL that are in this cover. There's me, there's Riri, there's Kaori, and there's Kero.
Yeah.
I also picked this one just because it's my favorite Juice Juice song, and it was a song that I've wanted to cover for a really long time. And I remember, like, just the entire process of putting the entire thing together was just a lot of fun. Like, sometimes putting covers together can be more of a stressful thing for me than anything, but this was just entirely fun, and I think it really shows in the quality of the cover.
That is a really good cover. It sounds so well done. Everybody's casted perfectly. The blends are just amazing. And I slightly don't ruin it that much.
You didn't ruin it at all!
That we were talking about like while the song was playing. That was actually like the first thing I've ever recorded for a group dub. I recorded it initially for another dubber casting as a friend of mine, Ashley. I recorded it for hers, and then I was like, I'm gonna do this too, and I'm like, okay, here's my pre-rec.
Give me your line, sir.
It was the first time I ever did anything, and I was happy. I was a little upset, but then at the same time, like, I don't know what I expected. It was the first time, like, auditioning for something in the dubbers community, and I don't really sing that well, to be honest. Like,
I think you did.
like getting Yana mean, I was like, but then, like, I kind of like the line. I also know, like, every word to the song now, because I practiced that one.
Yeah, and for your first ever recording, that was good. Like, if you want to hear a bad first recording, I can dig out my very first group dub. It's still on YouTube. Unfortunately.
We should do that.
Everyone pull out your oldest group dubs, go.
That should be an episode, our first dub.
Oh god, I'm gonna cry.
Oh, that would be so fun.
That would be fun though. Everyone expose yourselves.
Yes. We'll have to do like 2 guests per episode for that.
That would be fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
Hopefully everybody's first group dubs are still around. And if not, hopefully I can just find like the oldest one that is still around.
Yeah, because like some of you guys been around for a while. So
Long time.
there might be a chance it got taken down because of copyright strike, or the person that posted it just like went MIA and deleted their account.
Right.
That happens.
There's also been a lot of channels that were lost to copyright because back in like 2011, Upfront got like real unhappy about their stuff being used, and a lot of other channels went down as a result. My old personal channel went down as well. Like my current YouTube account is not my first one.
What?
Yep.
I remember, like, during that time period, like, everything in Japan, though, was, like, they were just taking shit down.
Yeah, they were on a rampage. They were not happy.
Like, you could not find anything Japanese on YouTube for, like, that year. Like, they just kept taking everything down unless they uploaded it themselves.
Right.
Like,
just for them to be lax on it, like 4 years later.
Yeah, that
But you
makes
can
sense.
find anything on YouTube.
Pretty much. So that concludes our episode today. How do you feel about that?
I feel good. Very nerve-wracking at first, but I feel like it went well.
I think it went well too. And I think a lot of people are going to enjoy hearing you speak. Maybe like your friends that you know, and then like some people that have known you for a while, they can finally hear you talk.
Yeah. I'll get to see a new side of me.
Yeah. Your secret. It's the secret sauce I use. I'm finding like from like the some of the dubbers that I have been like talking about this podcast. What I get from it is that like a lot of people are enjoying just like hearing what kind of people do this.
Right. Yeah, because like it's like we said earlier, it's like everyone's just behind the screen with this hobby, so it's like no one really knows the personality behind the user. So it's nice to get to see these sides of people, and it feels more personal.
It does. And like the weird thing about like our community too, it's like it's very uncommon.
Yeah.
Like I've personally I've never met anybody who wasn't Japanese that listened to like Japanese music and stuff like that. Like if I found somebody that like was interested in Japanese culture, they were usually like an anime person, and I'm like, that's not really what I'm into. So I'm like, I don't really have anything in common. Do you have a problem with that too? Because like when I tell people that I'm like, oh, I went to school to like study Japanese and stuff, and they're like, oh, you must really like anime, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, the stereotypes do bother me too, but it's also like I just feel like it's more because a lot of people around here just don't really know, and that's like the one thing they can associate with Japanese culture. So it's really the only thing that's prominent around that has Japanese culture. So that could just be it. It could just be that they don't know, but it does also bother me that they just immediately jump straight to that stereotype instead of trying to dig deeper and be like, oh, you know, tell me about it. Tell me what you went to school for, what you learned, things like that.
It could be annoying.
Yeah, it is annoying, but I try not to get
offended.
too irritated by it
Yeah.
because it's like sometimes people just don't know.
They literally just don't know. Or then
Right.
like if you tell them, I don't know, I get like annoyed with like people immediately like jump to Asian stereotypes, like racist ones.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, that's not okay.
that annoys me too. And then like they're like assuming Chinese things, but they assume like China, Japan, like Taiwan, Korea, they're like all the same country. I'm like, no.
It's all the same place, right?
No. That's why they're different places on the planet. I like my hairdresser. I didn't want to get into her. Like she thought Thailand and Taiwan were the same country.
But they have different names for a reason.
Like I was talking about because my at the time I was taking Mandarin lessons. So I was like my teacher, she was from Taiwan, and she's like, oh, she's like I always liked Thai food. I'm like, that's not like it's a different thing. And then she's like, oh, and then like she just kept going back to it that like Thailand and Taiwan is the same thing, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna give up on that.
Like, okay, you win. You win.
But I think like one of the great parts about like doing this is you see like you can't really stereotype the people that do this because everyone is very different.
Right, there's people from all over the world doing this.
And like everyone they're doing like they have various different interests. They're in different career fields. And I think the thing about this that's different from you see like K-pop covers and stuff. A lot of the Japanese dubbing community, we're all like adults. It feels
Yeah.
like. At
There's
least,
definitely a lot less drama on this side than you see on the K-pop side.
yeah. And I think that is because of the age difference. There are some like younger people that like I don't really talk to them because I don't want to talk to younger people. Like you can't blame me that I want to talk to people around my age. I'm sorry. But
Yeah, I think what also helps with like the J-pop community in general, at least for covering, is a lot of us got started because of Hello Project. So there's that that common interest. Whereas with a lot of like K-pop groups, everybody got into a different group and got started in a different way. So it's like we all also share that kind of common history with it as well, where we found Hello Project and started doing covers. I know it's not the same for everybody. Some people found AKB, some people found other groups, but for a lot of people, Hello Project was what brought them into covering for J-pop. So I think that also kind of helps us, come together more as a community.
yeah, Hello Project's like it's like chocolate. Everybody loves chocolate, except if you're like unless you're like Kaori and you're allergic to chocolate. I
She still loves it though. She does a lot.
But like everybody loves Hello Project. That's like the one thing you could always just like jump to. Like if you wanted
Right.
to do something with someone, you're like, oh, why don't we do something from Morning Musume? Because everybody loves Morning
Exactly.
Musume. But like I think like a while back there was like a few AKB groups. Like now there's none. I think there's like 2 ran by like 2 people. I think.
Yeah, I've only seen a few. I've seen like some of them are trying to make like comebacks and stuff. I know Rika runs a couple of AKB groups. She's trying to get back up and going. And then of course there's an AKB group within Tadashi Music Agency. So there are a lot fewer of them than there used to be, but they are still around. And I think that there are more in the making coming soon.
I feel like they got they died down because they had what Hello Project had like back in early 2010. They just went like all Nazi and started taking everything down.
Yeah, it's hard to want to cover something when it just gets blocked or taken down immediately. So I can't really blame them.
And I think now you're seeing more AKB music available on YouTube and stuff, not being taken down because of the foreign sister groups. Because they claim the rights instead of AKS claiming the rights, so they can't take it down.
Right.
So if you ever notice, like, what covers now, you look at it, it's not saying copyright AKB, it's usually JKT, BNK, and they don't want to take it down. So that's like the weird loophole, I guess. I don't know. And then like, the fandom for that, it just turned so bad. And then like the scandal stuff they've been in last year, like people want to stay away from them.
Yeah, I wouldn't really know because I've never really been an AKB fan. Like, I know a little bit, but I've never been a part of the fandom to know what all goes on. So I don't really know any of that, but
Oh, really?
I know like little bits and pieces, but I don't know all the details.
That I wouldn't say AKB was the first, but Idling was the first group that I got like super into. But then like after Idling was like right after it, I just got super into AKB48. Like before Hello Project. Like I listened to Hello Project on the side, but it was like all AKB first. That's why I literally had like every type from like 2010 to like 2015. Like, there's all my money.
At some point, I'm gonna be able to come down there again, and I can pick up the singles that you were gonna give me.
I gave them to Kaori.
At some point, I'll be able to go down there and pick them up from Cody.
She said she was gonna give them to you, or maybe she just lost them somewhere.
I don't think she lost them. It's more like it's just expensive to mail things, so we're just gonna like give them to each other, but we haven't been able to travel
Yeah, because of the world dying and all that stuff.
because of Miss Rona ruining everything.
Horrible. She's so misunderstood. She has to take the whole world down with her. So we are at the end of the episode. I hope you like our little mini detour right there. So we got some final messages for y'all. Are you a fellow dubber or an independent musician looking to share your music?
Nakayoshi Mondays are currently looking for songs to play on our music breaks, and we would like to share your music.
In order to be featured on our show, go to our official website, goodbyeloserproject.com.
At the bottom of the homepage, there is a submission form.
An email. Oh. I was like, why does the sentence start like that? And I'm like, oh, it explained it at the end. An email that we could contact you at is required to submit. You must include a download link to your song and link where people can listen or buy your song.
November is the month of giving here on the Goodbye Loser Project channel.
To celebrate, we will have a new episode of Nakayoshi Mondays every Monday this month.
We're also giving away Hello Project goods every episode.
To win, all you have to do is answer the trivia question at the end of the episode in the comment section of this video. And now you.
Question time!
At the end of October, we had a super spooky Halloween special where we shared creepypastas as we found... Let me start over. At the end of October, we had a super spooky Halloween special where we shared creepypastas we found on Reddit. Which member read a story about abominable hair monsters?
Leave your answer down below.
And that's all we have for today.
Bye-bye!
Thanks for listening.
Oh, okay, I got confused because of the first page.
We'll do that again. Let's do it.
Okay.
Sorry. That's all we have for today.
Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yay.
Yay!